Hi, we're going to be reading the story of Fernand. They're going to be reading pair share. One of my friends, it has a higher fluency rate than the other, so they're going to be reading to each other.
Once upon a time in Spain.
Once upon a time in Spain.
You can read from your story.
There was a little boy, and his name was Fernando.
There was a little boy, and his name was Fran.
All the other boys he lived with would run and jump and butt their heads together.
All the other bulls,
Yeah.
little bulls, he lives and all work, run and jump and butt and bump their heads together.
Sometimes his mother, who was a cow, would worry about him. She was afraid he would be loosened all by himself.
Sometimes his mother, who was a cow, would worry about him. She was afraid he will be alone all by himself.
Why don't you run and play with the others, little bulls? Skip and bump butt your head, she would say, but Fernando would shake his head. I like it better here, where I can just sit just quietly and smell the flowers.
I don't. You run and play with the other little bulls and skip and bump your head, she would say, but Fernand would shake his head. I like it here, where I can sit just quietly and smell the flowers.
His mother saw that he was not loosened, and because she was an understanding mother, even thought she was a cow, she let him just sit there and be happy.
His mother saw that he was not loose, and because she would and understand, mother even thought she was a cow. She let his just sit there and be happy.
As the years went by, Fernando grew and grew until he was very big and strong.
As the years went by, Fernand grew and grew until he was a very big and strong.
All the other bulls who had grown up with him in the same picture would fight each other all day. They would not but each all other and stick each other with their horns. Why they wanted most of all was to be picked to fight at the bulls fight in Meriden.
Other bulls who had grown up with him, and they saw picture would fight each others all day. They would bump each other's and stick each other's with their horns. What they wanted most of all was to be picked to fight all the bulls fight in Maryland.
But not Fernando. He still looked to sit just quietly under the crook tree and smell the flowers.
But not Fernando. He still liked to sit just quiet under the corn tree and smell the flowers.
One day 5 men came in very funny hats to pick the biggest, fastest bull to fight in the bullfights in Maryland.
One day 5 men came in very funny hats to pick the biggest, fastest bull to fight in the bullfight in Maryland.
All the other bulls ran around and butting, leaping, and jumping, so the man would think that they were very, very strong and feisty and pick them up and pick them.
All the other bulls ran around snorting and bumping, leaped and jumped, so the man would think that they were very, very strong and pick them.
Fernando knew that they would pick him, and he didn't care, so he went out to his favorite crook tree to sit down.
Fernando knew that they weren't pick him, and he didn't care, so he went out in his favorite corn tree to sit down.
He He didn't look where he was sitting and sitting on his nice cool grass in the shade. He sat on a bumblebee. Well, if you were a bumblebee and a bull sat on, what would you do? You would sting him. After that, it's just what this bee did to Fernando.
He didn't look where he was sitting. He instead of sitting on a nice cool grass and say he sat on a bumblebee. Well, if you were a bumblebee and a bull sits on you, what would you do? You would sting him and just that this bumblebee did to friend.
Okay, let's stop right there. We can continue tomorrow. What do you guys think of the book so far?
Kind of.
Bubbles.
It is a book. What do you?
I think there's a movie about bulls that they fight, and then there's like and then there's like a guy that like has horns and he's black, and he was like a little baby, but now he's like the strongest one.
Oh wow.
I remember that movie.
Yeah. Do you guys like this reading strategy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you think you can learn well from it?
Yeah.
If we do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah?